Just because you tuned in, yeah, I appreciate that, bro. I really do. Just because you really still here and listening, people be coming and going. I'm really like sharing something I love doing. Like, nigga, we grew up kinda together. We grown men now with families, and like, when you doing something consistently with yourself, like, you can either like it or love it or treat it as a hobby or make that shit something serious. Like, a long time I took this shit like a hobby, but like, I've been doing this shit half my life, bro. Like, I've been writing raps and making songs and doing the music shit for like 18 years. Like, people may say you old, you shouldn't be rapping, whatever. Like, fuck what everybody else doing. If you love what you do, that's what you should be doing. So like, I'm kind of at that point where like, look, all I got left in life, I done been through a lot of shit. I done put it into my music, I done put it into other things, but like, I'm just here to like share what I love doing, and that's what I want to do. So these little joints, these like little exercises for me, like, I'm just kind of like, you know, on here vibing out. People tune in, they tune in. But like, you know me as a person, kind of like, you know, we done rap. So like, beyond the music, like, I represent that same thing. Yo, good brother, I'm glad you dropped in. It's good to see you, man. But just like as a person, like with my brand, my music, me as an artist, everything I represent, like, it took a long time to grow into that shit. So like, you can be like an artist or you can be like a rapper. Meaning like, you can be a rapper and take that shit as a hobby, which is easy. Or you can be an artist and put the work in, which like is different. So like me, like, you know, I didn't put some work in, but behind the scenes I put all the work in. And it's like, this what I do. And like, when it comes to like speaking on that shit, speaking about life, like, I represent and I stand for something. So like, my music is my craft, that's my skill. My gift is my mind and how I use those things, which we all got the potential. So, you know, like my brand, the little wristband shit, it is the I, baby, gifted, humble individuals. I believe that like, we all got that potential to use our mind, to believe that we got the potential to be great at something. But it take that humility to recognize yourself. If you don't know yourself, your life gonna be whatever it wanna be. Like, but when you know yourself, you're gonna make your life what you want it to be. Like, when I was young doing this shit, doing the music, like, I wasn't thinking about my life and what I was doing. Shit was happening. Young boy, street shit, having kids, whatever. All that shit distract you from wherever you going. If you got a vision, you got a purpose, whatever you trying to do with your life. So back then, that gifted, humble individual shit was just me like rapping, trying to like promote something that I guess I believed in. But like, what was I believing in? What was I really trying to share beyond like me doing something that I kind of was good at? But like 18 years later, nigga, I'm great at something, let alone I became a great individual. And I see that in everybody, but it take you through your own flow of life to realize who you are and deal with things a certain way. So before I get into like being all philosophical with myself, like I said, you know me, bro, just like, you know, whoever in this joint, like, y'all know me as a person. So like, what I represent through my artistry, I use my gift to like extend myself in different ways. So like, the shit that I'm preparing to do, like I said, you tuned in, listening and all that, that shit mean a lot. Because like, you know, everybody do the same thing. Everybody like, you know, can put their time and energy where they want to. So like, this niggas tuning in, that like mean a lot. Even like the shit y'all writing, like, know what I mean, that like inspired me because I found my purpose. That's what I'm trying to say to y'all. If y'all hear me, like, I'm here to inspire people. You can hear it in my voice, my soul, my spirit, my music, everything. But like, it took a long time to get to this place. I was trying to represent something that I wasn't. And now like, I embody that shit. Like, I am a gifted, humble individual. I recognize myself. I got a level of humility that helped me move in my individuality, which is my uniqueness. That's what we all got. But being aware of that, not being trendy, not dicky, and then being like everybody else, life will take you through the motions and wherever you going. But you gotta learn how, like, you know, control your own boat and control your own flow. And I stop right here because we all got a process that we going through. Everybody life different, but it's the same because we all got feelings, emotions, thoughts, and we go through experiences. How you deal with that depend on how well you know yourself. There's no answer outside of you. The only reason you don't know the answer is because you don't know yourself well enough. That's a reflection of you not knowing you. So like, how well do you know yourself? To make the best decisions, to love yourself and create some real direction and have some real intention with who you are as a person. So like when I come to like share my music and shit, it's like, this is what I want to tap into, because like life be hard for people, and like we place judgment on that because in our own way, like we got our own shit going on. We ain't got time for that. But if something important to you, you make time for that. And me, like, with having that like feeling in my heart to like want to help and inspire people, like I make time for that. Like any of y'all that rap with me, stop, and like you see, like even right now, like I want to stop talking, but I can't, because it's just like that's who I am. And the fact that y'all niggas like still tuned in is the fact that like I know y'all fuck with me, and that shit mean a lot, because like I know like my direction and where I'm headed like ain't wrong. So like I just hope like people can embrace and enjoy like what I want to share with them. Like I said, that music shit, that's an extension of who I am. Like that's my skill, that's my talent. My gift is my creativity. So like being able to re-innovate yourself and write lyrics and all that shit, that's like second nature. Like I'm a master of my craft with that. Like you do something for fucking 18 years, and I can sit here and write 20 raps if I want to. My work ethic crazy. So it's just like having everything laid in motion but never knowing how to follow up with something. And it's like that come from just like being swayed with life. Like we all got some kind of goal, some kind of vision that we really want to chase, but when you got life pulling you everywhere, it'd be hard to lock in. But that's no real excuse. So when I look at like my life and where I'm at, it's just like holding myself accountable for being responsible for like really stepping forward and doing something with who I am in life. So my music represent that, I represent that, and I just want to share what I love and who I am. Like if I ain't talked to y'all in a minute, y'all heard me talk about like that self-love shit. Everything I'm kind of saying is like about that. Like deep down inside, like we all got certain shit that we try and learn how to love or we not loving. And when you get older, like you be trying to deal with things you don't even know you had to deal with, and life become challenging, but really it's you that's the challenge. The greatest success is not outside of you. It's like conquering who you are, because when you know yourself and you conquer all those things about you, like you're never gonna be perfect, but learning to accept that part of you that like you done been through and you done dealt with, and all the pain, the grief, the sorrow, the misery, the regrets, all that shit is a part of you, but that's not who you are. So like when you accept those imperfect things about you and the shit that you've been through that brought you to where you are and made you the person that you are today, like you realize that you imperfectly perfect and we all flawed. But like that's what makes us who we are in our own uniqueness. But like loving that is a different story for everybody, because we all got something we don't like, we don't wish we was better at, whatever. Then when you look at yourself outside in the world and you look at other people's lives and compare yourselves and all that shit, it's like you be all over the place with who you are. And like life really simple, we really complex because we don't know ourselves. So life seems difficult, challenging, but like life is not happening to you, it's happening for you. And if you knew yourself well enough, you would see the way it's happening for you, because anything that we all want is already here. We just ain't really stepping to who we are to find that direction, meet those right people, plug into like, you know, creating that shit. And like when you hear people's success stories, it's like they know themselves, and that's when like the coincidences happen and the miracles happen. It's like, no, you just stepped up and life showed up, but it was already here. So it's like that feeling of like just knowing that like when you find that place in yourself where you could come to that acceptance, just like, look, I'm kind of perfect, but not like in an egotistical way. Just like, damn, I'm really comfortable with who I am and I don't give a fuck about what, nothing. It's just like, this my life, this my journey, this my mission, and everybody on their own. You ain't been through my journey, my shoes, my trials, and my tribulations, so you know a part of who I am, the surface level shit, people. That's how you engage with people. And it's like, people gonna always place judgment because some people can't understand your journey, can't understand the way you think and feel, because they might not even be there in their own journey. Everybody in their own process. So I went off track because that's what I was saying. If you don't know your process, how could you be flowing? But when you learn your process and accept where you at in your life, because you're right where you need to be, but because you might not feel like that, think like that, you too busy like stuck here or trying to go here too fast without not really being ready for that shit. But when you stop and appreciate where you at and have that gratitude for like just having what you have, like your life, like you wouldn't even be able to think about doing half the shit you want to do without just being blessed to wake up with life. So it's like the simple things that matter make you more grateful to like really move into like attacking life. And I just like say that this to say that like that self-love shit's so big, because if you really love yourself in a way where like you got some kind of intention with who you are and you ain't on no knucklehead shit out here, it's like the decisions that you make become a reflection of how much you love yourself. And even up until now, like those decisions that you made, the decisions that you wasn't in control of, everything that you've been through, still you responsible for. Right now, everything where you at, you responsible for it. Can you accept it? That's hard. But the moment you do, life present itself, because you got the strength to like move forward without that heaviness of being held back or pulled everywhere. Like you become grounded in a way where like, all right, I got clarity with who I am to be able to like go where I need to go. And that process could be faster for some other people, and it could be like one step at a time. Only you know your process. But if you don't know your process, you flowing in wherever life taking you. So like that's like in a sense where they say like, I guess like we all got like a story. It ain't really a story to be told. It's just a journey that's unfolding. But are you aware of where you're going? So that's kind of like a reflection of like my life and everything I've been through that brought me here. Like I'm 35 now, you dig me? Like I'm still young, but I'm wise. But like being wise enough to know that like I really don't know nothing, because there's still so much shit to learn with what I know. So that make me dumb. But dumb in the sense where like I'm not ignorant, I'm aware and open to learn new shit in order to grow. And like if you ain't kind of there with yourself as a person, like you're gonna be stagnant. You could look in your life right now, people that's your age, people that's older than you, they kind of wherever they at with themselves, because that's the choice that they making. And that become a reflection of how much you love yourself. Self-love ain't nothing but self-care. Like, do you really love yourself enough to care for yourself? And caring meaning like, do you deserve to hold on to the emotions that you've been going through? Do you deserve to deal with other people's shit that ain't even your shit, but you still process it and you weigh heavy on it? Like all that shit ain't love. Like loving yourself, you gotta be like kind to yourself. You're supposed to be your best friend. Fuck like everybody else. If you can't love yourself the right way or know how to, people gonna love you the way they know how to. And you end up finding out that ain't best. Friendship, relationship, job, it don't matter. In life you experience people, places, and things. And all those things reflect back where you are and who you are. But none of that shit ain't true outside of you. So like when you learn to like really take care of, because I don't want to say it like I fucking know and I'm great at it. No, I'm learning to like take better care of myself. And that allowed me to like create those boundaries where like, all right, this shit ain't allowed in my life, and like people when they do overstep, you know how to like move instead of just letting people into your space and doing whatever the fuck they want. People come wreak havoc, situations come in and tear shit up. So it's like we don't love ourselves enough to have those boundaries sometimes, and you end up in shit that like had your life in spirals and cycles and stagnation and all this shit that ain't even necessary. And then we end up learning the trials and tribulations. So it's like a lot of things you gonna go through because you have to, but once you've been through them, you don't gotta go through them no more unless you just like not aware of how you need to be moving with yourself. And everything you've been through sharpen you up, make you stronger, you get more disciplined. That's life for you. Life is the teacher. People are part of life, so everything is teaching you. But if you don't see yourself as like a person that need to learn and be outside of yourself, like you'll be the fucking same person all your life is what I'm saying. So like we all got that free will to make that choice with this mind to be a better person, to be a better version. And every day you got the opportunity to do that shit. So it's just like that inspiration is what I share in my life with people. And it's just like through the music, you know, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have fun with it, but on a like interpersonal level, like whether you know me or not, like none of this shit can't like miss your ear, touch your heart, because like we all go through this shit. If you ain't been through it, you gonna go through some shit. And if you've been through some shit, have you got through it where you don't gotta keep going through shit? So it's just like, I ain't here to preach, I ain't here to teach, I'm just here to share like who I am and where I'm at. And like if that shit resonate with people, it's like that's love. If it don't, then like I'm on my mission. Maybe we ain't at where we're on the same journey. Maybe I ain't where you at. You ain't where I'm at. That's fine. So yeah, started rambling, but either way, I'm just over here sharing music, sharing myself, and like this like shit, you know, whether it's here or in my real life. That's kind of just the whole essence of what I'm up to right now, and I just can't wait to like really share that shit with people. And if it help, that's love, and if it don't, that's love, because everything ain't for everybody. And as long as I'm aware like where I'm going and like putting my best foot forward, then like, you know, I'm only here to like be a light into the world. Like I ain't here to spread nothing else but love. That's what I'm trying to say. Like not love in a cheesy way, but just being like a person that's solid with a good intention and a good heart. And it's like you become a blessing to people's lives by just being a good person. Let alone like I don't want no fucking bad people in my life, so I want to meet good people. So like I want to attract the things that need to be in my life. So I need to be the person that I need to be in my life to attract those things. So ready to just like, you know, take life on in a new way, I guess. Like as we get older, your mind change, you change, your life change. And like, you know, are you having fun with it? Like, or are you just being too serious and everything too heavy? So, but yeah, I wish somebody would have, I don't know who's still in here. If somebody's still in here, I wish one of y'all niggas tell me shut up. Cause hold up. Damn, I didn't even know it was that time. But yeah, what I got for y'all, man, if y'all listening, since y'all in here, I think I got something for y'all, actually. And we can play this. You know, sometimes you think things will never change. I know they thought I'd never change, no, but I couldn't stay the same, no. Look how far your boy done came, I watch a lot of people change, I I know they thought I'd never change, no, but I couldn't stay the same, no. Look how far your boy done came, I watch a lot of people change.
When you start to grow, homie, you gon' lose friends. Your dreams start